Hello everybody, this is Spirelli and welcome back to Disco Elysium. It's almost 2 AM. Oh, I should here unequip this, I think, cause I don't want to have the constant music. What did we want to do? I mean, beauty to the wall. I need painting materials. We need to interrogate the drivers, but really we can't do anything until we get to sleep, right? And is there any other way? Hey, wait! There was something else to investigate here because we heard a noise, right? So let's do that. If we can't sleep anyway, might as well investigate. In here, I think I need my flashlight. Can't say that word anymore. Somewhere here we heard it, so we need to go upstairs because it's gonna be upstairs. By 2, everyone's asleep. Does that include him? Maybe. So where can I go? Maybe here?
As before, an iron safety curtain curves before your eyes. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here.
Not even harder.
Those curtains proved to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
I knew this was gonna happen if I did this.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there. Maybe we should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going on here.
Couldn't you have said that before I hurt myself? Fine. Okay, so this is not something I can do right now. Is there another way to exit this building? Yes, through the gym. Store on the other side is closed for the night. Come back tomorrow. Oh, I can't go here because the store is closed. Well, that was a lot of nothing. So what do I do? Can read another case in my ledger. Learn more about the past. Because that's what I want to do, right? Can turn off the ice cream maker. What does that mean? Actually, wait. There's this thing that I can't get into, right? Is it this one? No, is it this one?
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Unblock the black cable.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
It's black, it's not like it's red one.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing.
I mean, I did it to open this, right? Was it this one? I thought I interacted with one of them. This is the chimney. This is the actual ice cream teddy, which is still plugged in because there's ice cream inside. Secret room. Yeah, I don't seem to be able to interact with any. Well then, in fact, this was pointless. I've been here before. Cellar window, people's feet shuffling down the street. Really? It's almost 2, so I doubt that. Huh.
Yeah.
Nothing. Okay. Well, why don't we start reading another case?
It's the ledger you found
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the
For us,
trash.
the case file.
Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. Stamped case files. Commit to paper. These are your last couple of months in Revachol, Precinct 41, Jamrock Quarter. You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the
Read the
snake.
case file, there we
It
go.
takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
Murder at the hookah parlor.
Murder. Tum 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 at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor.
Wait, how?
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner JM, only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
Murder. Dum dum dum. Right, on with the murder.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
Wait, was Joseph Mills a good cop?
No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about.
Go on.
Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Really stupid.
Yeah, so anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there, only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer. No one enters, no one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin, movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Tables low, heavy, really sharp edge.
He saw Tika, stood up, passed out, hit his head on a table and died?
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
So what was he doing there for 6 hours?
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was murder at the hookah parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed piecing it together. Next.
Okay,
Not
cool.
much has changed.
That leveled up. They want to have this? Yeah. Level up to have more morale, right? Yes, I now have 2. Wonderful. That will give me a bit of an easier time because then I don't immediately die when I heard it. Nothing new here. Still need to get a map. Oh god. Okay, he's not going to sleep until I'm going to sleep, so... I don't see another way other than selling his whatever the thing is that he has for his cars. It's not enough change for me to pick up. Let's grab them and sell them and get to bed.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure? Regular people just call it the cage.
Look inside.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate your help.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spin.
Okay, let's leave. What are they? Items. 200 radiant spinners. Wow. The magnificent hubcap spinners that Lieutenant Kitsuragi has donated to you so you can pay for your room at the Whirling. They are slightly and shimmer haughtily in the light. Not something I would ever use or need, but I was really trying not to sell stuff, like... Poor Kim. But... I mean, I don't know what else to do, and since apparently there's nowhere else to sleep, I don't find a way to sleep anywhere else. Just sleep outside or something, so... I'll have to.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
There's something I'd like to sell.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
The lieutenant steps in and hands in the spinners.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mesk banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
The lieutenant explains as the pawnbroker opens the register and counts the cash.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you.
He takes the cash and turns to you.
Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest goes into his pocket.
The rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I don't know. Do I need the postcards for anything? I don't know whether they're collectibles, but let me just sell the postcards. I need the empty cassette case for singing, football, hookers, antique gun, a long pan, and the photo of a happy couple. I think I'm good. Like to sell my clothes.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
He looks you up and down quickly. Okay.
Another time, perhaps.
Then let's go. Okay, finally, let's hit it. Let's have a good night's rest. Man, I was hustling so much. I didn't even need to. Just could have sold these. Off we go. Me, my shiny light. Da-ba-da. Shiny everywhere. And then the next day will start, which means that there'll be new things unlocked. Also new things happening. Because they were talking about how in the next day the workers are going to be there. He's just up and at it all night. Hey, let me shine a light into your face.
Can I help you?
Say about the money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
I have your money.
Well?
Okay, there's a neutral option. There's a slam it on the bill, slam the bills on the counter. Hope you choke on it option, or there's an apologetic option. I just kind of feel like being like, slam the bills down the counter. I hope you choke on it.
Great, perfect. I hope you enjoy your freezing cold room with the window you broke yourself. I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m. Starting tomorrow, please pay for each night in advance. 20 real per night. If you don't have the money, it's over for you. Got it? You've got nowhere else to stay.
I'll take a room here too.
He opens his wallet.
Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
He takes the money and hands him a key, and he looks at the lieutenant, inviting your grace. Goodbye. Okay. There we go. We both have rooms. Time for a good night's rest. 20 rel per day. That is a lot. But I have 55 right now, so I can almost pay for 3 days, and I fully assume that I will get
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe. And besides, we should discuss our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
It's 2 a.m., but alright, let's go. There we go. Look at me, oh my god, in all my glory, and with my thrift shop t-shirt.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Which traffic?
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM?
How do you think today went?
Well, we didn't even look at the body.
I tried, but then, like it said, I'm gonna vomit, so, I mean, the lieutenant raises his eyebrows.
But we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great.
Yeah, I generally prefer to start with searching the scene and then move on to dealing with dead bodies.
It's not my job to evaluate your methodology, officer. I'm just going through the facts. As
Also,
for the interviews,
I went out and, like, tried to hunt a ghost. And I collected a lot of bottles and a lot of change, and I went shopping.
we conducted an interview with Everard Clare. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however.
he's not saying much on the matter because he thinks you could have gotten more out of Everard.
I'm a little intimidated by him, honestly. He has stuff on me.
Well, we will have to work through that. Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief.
Bit relief. It's a very serviceable name, too.
Moving on, we tried to interview the White Palms rep, but she asked us to do something for her first. Fine, so be it. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
He purses his lips.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Okay.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
Yeah, it's part of the Jamrock Shuffle.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills.
He nods thoughtfully, tapping his finger on his cigarette.
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
He looks at his snakeskin shoes and smiles suddenly. So, what are our powers exactly? The RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Rebachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse? Asking for a friend.
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
And 1,000, why not more?
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Rebachol.
Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
I see, and if someone resists?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in the watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary. and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty...
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Courron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
He taps in his coat pocket where he keeps his notes. And who makes all these rules? The coalition government?
Yes, the international community's mission in Ravachol, and the moral intern, more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the
Why is the
revolution.
music currently so
So
loud?
we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just went dark.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Ravachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Oh, man, I don't know.
Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum.
Yeah. The moral intern, what is it?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, hypothetically, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What is their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above.
What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
So, what do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
Who was Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
Okay, I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
The lieutenant arches his brow and pulls in a cigarette. It's a slim white thing in his fingers. Let me see. Things are better to you and need them, or they've done an awful job. Have you seen the place? We are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization protecting bourgeois rights. Immigrants, the war kids, turning to what? Oh my god. Like, other people playing this who'll take this. Ironically, other people playing this are just like, oh my god, finally this game lets me. I don't know, what is the thing that I went with? We are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization protecting bourgeois rights.
No. We are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization protecting the people of Ravachol. That's the hand we were dealt. Without the MI, we would be common vigilantes.
Maybe we should make our own law?
Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop. But hypothetical aside, in Martinez we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
He looks at the roundabout.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Ravachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over.
Say nothing. Just look into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky. 2 glowing circles.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our 2 precincts.
And in Jamrock and the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
I hope our investigation here will improve the situation. At least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Puts a stub of cigarette and looks at the door. Let's go inside. Oh wait, do I have... Oh no. I have 1 point. Thing is... I can unlock... Yeah. I will unlock a new slot. I think currently I don't have anything I want to put in there. Whoops, yeah. But I want to have the slot open so that I can put something in there. Because I think those make sense and help, hopefully, maybe. Let's go into my room. Good night. See you in the morning. Yep. Let me just stop shining my light over everything. What was the thing I could do in the mirror? Is this my bed?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Use the chain cutters to fix the faucet. Can I do that? How do chain cutters fix the faucet?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Straight. Use the chain cutters to fix the faucet. Stop steam from fogging up the mirror.
The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
Okay, this needs interfacing. I already have something on with +1. Yeah, I don't have any way to get more interfacing for now. Well, so, off to bed.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Roll in. I don't think there's anything I want to do with that.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
Because now I could go
And
up.
then sleep doesn't come.
What? I want my sleep.
And then sleep doesn't come.
But I paid 130 royals for this, but I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat. And grease.
Check the blanket.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here. Intimate and warm. Breathing. A bit tense in the muscles. Relax.
Okay, roll over to the other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Okay, so... Thing is, should we engage with our thoughts or try pushing them away? Usually I'd say write them down so that your brain knows they're going to be dealt with. Because that's much easier than just being like, I'm not going to think about this now. But let's use our super brain to investigate. Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thoughts then. Fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Am I outside? I am outside. This is like a dream world, so that's why there's water. Let's go to the scene of the murder. It's like a disco light playing. Oh. That is me.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
You said who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs between her legs and in her mouth?
I was left.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown? Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
What? No.
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
This was my sleep. This was my sleep. Wow.
Good going, buddy.
Oh my god, what the hell was that?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
Now, I can't take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed. I'm gonna quit cold turkey.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
It's a lie. I can do without the speed. Half the town won't be dead.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Welcome to day 2. Let me just check whether I can...
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face.
And this goes over to Kim's room, but nothing to be done there. Okay. Kim? Can't attack with it. Maybe he's already downstairs already. So let's just quickly go to the corpse and do that check and see whether I can get it down, because that's really gonna be... Oh! Look at that! It's people. There's the gardener. There's the lady. There's me. Kim's already talking to him. I wants to talk to me, I guess. Good morning. Yeah, good morning to you.
Morning.
He gives a quick nod.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
And this is the man guard told us about yesterday.
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said.
Yeah. I mean, we had like 5 hours of sleep, most.
One loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem to replace it.
What do you mean, rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
There's so many of them, maybe we should call in reinforcements?
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Wow, why do we need to talk to them?
Everything points to the Dock Workers Union. The tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
Okay.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
No, I'm good.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
You leave every choice to me, man. Hey there, guys. I'm just looking at it for a second. I hope that's looking at it. No, you know what? Not gonna do that. So, like, other than the one time where I kind of had to load a recent save and redo the conversation over and over again until I hit the correct result. That's what I was going for. I'm not going to do that. Like, I could try and approach him and just save before and then try again until I make it, but I don't want to do that. In situations where I have to, because otherwise I'd be dead or I'd have to replay a lengthy period of time, I will go down that route, but other than that, no. So, yeah. Let's try this once, and then if it fails, we need to kind of figure out what to do instead.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Okay, I need endurance, so first let's see whether I have any clothes I could put on. No. Endurance. No, there's nothing there. What is my endurance stat? It's a -2. Oh my god. A 13 on endurance. There it is. Take the place, don't let the world kill you. Cool for fighters who can't take a hit, lookouts who doesn't sleep, human batteries. Endurance is your metabolism and circulatory system. It improves your health, one of the 2 health pools in the game. You're able to survive being a cop. Who cares if you can't aim a gun, if you can't take a few bullets? Why be afraid of drugs that hurt your health if you're a very, very healthy man? At high levels, endurance enables you to take a few knocks on the head, enjoy a greater quantity of drugs, and shake off a few cardiac arrests. It makes you a powerful man who looks down on the weaklings who can't keep up. However, cops with low endurance are likely to struggle. The body is frail already, and the flesh of a cop will often be tested. If it doesn't pass, it will die. What do I have here? 4 hours. Is there anything? Encyclopedia. There's also nothing here that could give me a monetary thing. It's kind of like, excuse me, psych, costs health. Yeah, there's nothing I can do here other than try.
There he still is, looking. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Okay, let it out.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst.
Okay.
Until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
Have I eaten anything recently? Like all of last day?
The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
I guess I have. I don't want to say any of these. Like, you don't need to apologize for vomiting. I don't want to say God. I don't want to say fucking corpse. Fucking corpse.
Keep it.
Lieutenant hands you a blue checked handkerchief. Thanks. Wipe your mouth.
The hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Okay, where do we get ammonia from?
That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell.
He nods towards the plaza.
If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Put points in endurance to open this one, check. Okay. Get ammonia from the gardener or at the fridge store will make it easier. So I should have just tried this yesterday, you know, like in-game yesterday. The gardener is standing inside. And it just looks like she's with the group. I mean, she's standing next to the group. I don't see how she would be standing there if she wasn't with them. Okay, I think this is it for now. I tried, and I definitely have to try again. Get some ammonia. But I feel like if I try and go to the gardener now, and she is with the group, that's going to be a lengthy conversation that I don't want to start right now. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and at least we now have next steps to do. And sorry for idling around and trying to find a place to sleep that's not in the hotel that cost me 130. But, I mean, in a way it was free if you consider that. It didn't cost me anything, Kim just paid for it. Thank you, Kim, and see you soon.